Good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you're doing well. As you hop on, say hello and let me know you're out there. I just created the event. No one told me the event wasn't even there. I apologize. So it may take you a minute just to find the video because I hadn't created the event for you to click on. So I apologize for that. And I'll just get my other device up and going. Oh, Rhonda found me. So that means that the video link showed up properly. I just created it like 2 minutes ago. So they will be now there for you to find under events on my page up until December the 17th. So it's always Saturday unless I reschedule on you because, you know, life happens. But yeah, so how is everyone? Let me know in the comments. I think everything's working properly, hopefully. Give me the thumbs up that it is. You can hear me and all that good stuff. Sorry, Rhonda, I was just saying, and you might have jumped on just as I was explaining. I didn't create the event. I totally forgot. I thought they were scheduled till the end of December, and then I just went in there and couldn't find it myself. So then realized that it wasn't actually there. Oh, you're looking at the backside of my cup. I got my little owl cup with my Baileys and tea. It's nice and cold here in Edmonton this morning. And we're expecting a little bit of snow today, so hopefully the weather's nicer where you are and you're not here with me in this yucky snow. What do I have up my sleeve? Well, I read a joke the other day, Rhonda, that was quite funny. What do I have up my sleeve today? Well, today it's a bounce sheet. No, I'm kidding. It is many, many things. So we're going to flip you around right away and get started because I have tons of stuff to tell you and show you, of course. So let's flip you around. If you get dizzy, look away for about 2 seconds while I flip you up into my holder and we'll get started with what we're going to look at. All right, I'll let you know as soon as you can look again. All right, we're ready. And comments will catch up in a second. So I want to bring to your attention just a couple things because there is a promotion going on that I haven't spoken about. And it was something that I was going to do on one of the weeks where I had to cancel on you. So I have some samples to show you with it, and we'll talk for 2 seconds about the promotion. So Fitting Florets collection is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't grab all of it, but you'll see most of it in the cards that I'm going to show you. So there's a stamp set and dies bundle that has these awesome ovals, which you will see in a moment. It's got some great little what do they call these things? Gold adhesive back swirls that even on your Christmas cards will look amazing. I don't know how well you'll see the detail there, but they're very, very cool. And you can color them with your blends. So if you want them in a different color than gold, go ahead and do that. Or you could also dip them in your Versamark and emboss them in a different color. So, and then it's got this great stamp set. I don't even know where my stuff is. That has got some wonderful holiday sentiments as well. And then the paper is just gorgeous, which you will see the paper in the cards that I'm going to show you. I don't even know where my products are, you guys. My room is a disaster. I have no idea. It's somewhere. You'll see some of them. So I've got some great cards to show you, and that promotion is going on until January the 4th. But the paper, the stamp set that has the greetings and stuff like that in it, and the gold adhesive swirls will be while supplies last. And so far, so good. They are lasting, but just know that it may not be around forever. So let's show you some samples because that's what you come here for, right? So this is a beautiful one. It's my take on a card someone else did, which is Marcy B. Secker Designs is her name on Facebook and stuff like that. So she's cut out some florals from the designer series paper and then just layered it with the lovely stitched squares. And then just I changed mine a bit. I've added in some different embellishments in the pink and the green. and then just a double bow with the crinkled white seam binding. Isn't that pretty, Rhonda? I like it. And then a trick that she did was she stamped the sentiment. So that's one of the sentiments from the stamp set. And she took her blend and she just highlighted the word for a beautiful. Isn't that a fun little extra little doodad? Actually, no, I think I did it on a different card and I dragged it over to that one. Yes, I did. So this was Mitsu Designs did something similar. He had a different border around, and I don't know how he did it. So I just took parts of his card, and he did it here where he highlighted that. So then I dragged that over to that card. So this is using one of our stencils and our blending brushes and just blending on a bit of polished pink and then coloring in with the blends the flower image that's in the stamp set. And I sort of went darker on this side, lighter on this side, and then I colored my, what are those called? The in-colored polished dots, I believe. I colored them with polished pink blends to get them just a little bit darker, so you'll see. But don't you like that part of the sentiment highlighted? Isn't that a neat technique? I love it. So what do you think so far? You liking this set? Very, very pretty. Here's another one that uses some of the paper, and then I've used the shimmer gold vellum that retired, but I have a whole schwack of it, so I'm using it up, and then just stamping in polished pink on the background to create with the leaf image that is in the stamp set. I'm gonna have to grab it so you can see it. Here it is. So that's it there, the leaf. And then it's got some beautiful sentiments in there. I love it. So now I've got the whole set here, and then just stamped, colored with blends, a little bit of embossing on the sentiment, and then those are the gold swirls. This one was from the catalog, I believe, or the flyer, whichever I got it from. Just some nice cutting out. They've done some stamped detail with the flowers that are in the stamp set. So these two flowers here and this little sprig. Stamped those in the background, then embossed it, and then just hand cut out of the paper the flowers and layered that on together. So isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And that's one of the frames. So it'll be good for Valentine's Day, for wedding, for, multiple of different cards that you might make that you want the heart sort of layer in behind. I just love it. I love the frames. I got this set just for the frames. Here's a nice, simple Christmas card that could be stepped up. This paper you can color the berries. You can color them in red or Poppy Parade or something like that to sort of make it more Christmassy. But I've done the same technique with the leaf on the background and just sort of created a little bit of element. You could also clear emboss that, and that'll give it a little bit of depth as well. And then just cut. I had some strips left over, so I just cut them into 3/4 inch strips, and then I lost the word for a sec, and then just layered those on, and then just used some gold twine, and that is one of the other frames. And then of course you get the oval that'll fit nicely right inside, cut out at the same time. So that's the gorgeous way to do that. So I made that nice and simple, but you could definitely step this up a bit more and bring in some reds or pinks or whatever color scheme sort of that you want to use. This is a card done by Bridget Ness Designs. Denise Cox is her name. And so there's a gorgeous sort of wreathy type stamp in this. And so she's just stamped that and then oval cut that and colored it in with blends, and then just highlighted it with the Evening Evergreen and the Cherry Cobbler, which are my favorite Christmas card blends. And then that's embossed in gold. So that is one of the sentiments that comes from the sentiment set. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. Just nice scripty, big fat fonts. I just love it. So that's nice and simple. And then this fun one was Rachel Tessman did this angled cut card and just used the oval from the inside of one of the frames. That's just hand cut out of the paper. This is one of the elements in the die. So this one right here cut out of the distress gold paper, which I'm sorry you can't get right now. It's back ordered. But she cut that out. You could just use gold foil as well. It looked just as gorgeous. And then it opens up and it's got one of the frames inside, and it's using up your designer series paper. So you use half a sheet of designer series paper, 6 by 12, and you cut it down so that you can use the reverse sides to show both, and it's a great way to showcase that paper. So that was from Rachel Tessman's Stamp Your Art Out is her tagline on Facebook and YouTube and all those. And she did that card, and it's just gorgeous. So what do you think of this set? Do you love it? It's snowing in Lloydminster, Barb. Oh no. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow today. So I'll just show you a close-up of those frames. So you've got the hearts, and then you've got this one that cuts out the oval out of the middle, and also gives you some detail. I don't know if you saw that detail that it gives you on there, which is good. Oh, and I forgot to say, this is that snowy velvet GSP as well, just to kind of give it some depth. And then you've got this gorgeous one as well. And a lot of these little die cuts will cut some out of the designer series paper, so you save yourself some fussy cutting if that's not your thing. You do love it, Rhonda. Good. So that is the what are they calling this set here? The frame florets. That's going to go till January, but the paper, the embellishments, and the extra festive or framed and festive stamp set are not going to carry over into the new catalog, but this bundle will, just not all the elements that go with it. So if you live in Stampin' Up! World, you'll know that Center Stage is going on today, and we're getting a sneak peek release of the new catalog, so we get to see what it's all about. Also, quickly, before we jump into our card, the new Paper Pumpkin kit has just been released. I posted it yesterday on my page, and it is featured to the top, so it's nice and easy to find. It's great little gift card boxes, so this is really, really cute. If you haven't tried out Paper Pumpkin, you may want to just try it out because it's absolutely adorable. And then they're doing an add-on where you can get cards and envelopes that will go along with pairing up with these little boxes. So they'll be great. It'll come in time for Christmas, so you'll be able to use these little gift boxes for Christmas if you want as well. So nice little cute kit, and you can subscribe anytime starting today till December the 10th. All right, so let's get into what we're going to use today, which is my favorite stamp set for Christmas. They all bundled up. I bought it because of this little moose. Is he not adorable? I just love him. So we are going to have a play with him, and we are going to create this card. Is it not adorable? So there's many. So I've done a little pre-cut and get ready here to make it easier. So on this background, I used a fun embossing folder called Whimsical Woodlands. It is a bigger one, and you can see it a little bit better with this paper in behind, which is why I kept it. It's got some great little funky whimsical trees, which go along great with this set because they're kind of cartoony animals. So I paired it up with this, and I embossed some Evening Evergreen designer series paper. Is that not fun? And so we're going to kind of change this one up a little bit just to be different. And I am going to use my actually, hang on, I'm going to do it a different way. I just changed my mind mid-second there. I just have to find my refill. So a fun way to make a snow technique is to use a block, and I have little grids. Stampin' Up! Had these a long time ago. I don't believe they have them anymore, just to line up your sentiments and stuff like that. Now we do it with our grid paper, so that's why my blocks have grid cling on them. And then you want to put a little bit of the refill onto your block, and I've grabbed an aqua painter. I think they're called water painters now. I still go by the old term. And you're going to get quite a bit of water on the end. And you're just going to grab that ink that you put onto your, sorry, I got a dog hair or something. you're just going to get a lot of water onto your block, and you're going to grab it with your painter pen, and then you're just going to kind of flick it at your cardstock. So you can dab it, you can go like this with your finger, and you just pick up the paint as you go, and the harder and closer you are, the bigger the dots you'll get. And I'm just going to flip this around so I can do this end. And if you need more water, you literally just squeeze until you get more water. Okay, that looks good. And then you just brush it off to clean it until it sort of runs clear. Or you can just run it under some running water, and that'll take off any of that craft paint. So we've got sort of a speckled little snowy background there, and I've got a couple dobs of water, but that's okay, they'll dry. And that kind of creates like a snowy effect. And they'll dry kind of chalk-like when they do dry. Oops, I probably shouldn't put that in the water there. Let's just move this over slightly so that I don't end up with my thing in the water. So we'll just let that dry for a second there. And we'll create our moose. So I've stamped him in our Memento because that is the best ink to use with our stamping blends, which is how we're going to color him. If you were stamping and wanting to use your watercolor pencils, you'll want to use StazOn. If you stamped him on a window sheet, you'll also want to use StazOn. It's a more permanent ink, and it's better to use with those different techniques of coloring. So I label mine so that I remember, because often I forget, and so that's a good technique to just label them to remind yourself. And then they just layer together, and then I've labeled the ends because mine sit on a shelf and I can see which one is which, obviously by color of lid as well, but they store upside down so that the ink stays at the top of the pad, and then they're always juicy and ready for you to create at any moment. So let's talk about what we use to color our little moose. So I've used the SU-1000, which is a new what did they call them? Tone blends, I think. They come in many different shades of pinks and browns, and sort of gives you a way to layer those different colors. So I've just colored, and I'm not going to color him all here. I'm just going to kind of give you the lowdown on the colors that I used. And then I've pre-done one. So I've just colored in his face with that pink, and it's great for doing cheeks and sort of facial highlights and skin tones and stuff like that. Skin tone blends. Thank you, Rhonda. I knew they were called something. And then on a scarf, I use Shaded Spruce in the light, and I just basically use the stamped image to color in every other one on his scarf to kind of give it that green and white look. Okay, so makes sense, right? And then in between on his scarf, I took my Wink of Stella and I colored in the white spots. So it gives it kind of a shimmer. The camera really will not pick this up very well. I'll hold it up here for you, but you can kind of see where it gets a little bit of shimmer. So in real life, everyone will be able to appreciate the loveliness of that Wink of Stella. So then I've used Real Red on his hat. I've gone in with the light, and then come back in and highlighted with the dark. So nice and easy. And I've seen different techniques with the moose and the coloring. I've seen his horns done in grays first, and then coloring the body in a brown. So it's kind of whatever look you want. That's sort of what I've done here. And then the one I'll show you in a minute and what I'm going to color right now will be different. So I've used Crumb Cake in the light and the dark, and basically just gone in, colored his horns or his antlers. I'm not versed in moose, so I think they're antlers. And then just taken the dark and just highlighted that natural area that the stamp set gives us, which is great. And then just got back in with the light again and sort of blended that out to create some shadowing. So nice and easy, right? And then I've come in with the soft suede in the light and the dark, and that's what I've colored his body fur with. And then I've highlighted his feet with the dark and elements of him as well. So I've highlighted sort of his rump area here and down his legs a bit. And you could go all along and highlight, you know, all of his fur area if you wanted to. And then when you're done, you're going to get a little guy that looks like this. Is he not cute? Oops, getting rid of my Winkastella here. So that is our little moose. And then, like I say, I've just gone in and highlighted those white areas with the Winkastella to give it a bit of shimmer, wintry shimmer, snowy. And I've highlighted his little pom-pom there. It would be really cute if you could glue on, depending if you were hand delivering or if you were mailing, a little pom-pom. It's got kind of squished, so that's one of the drawbacks. I've used the snowy, oh, what is that stuff called? Let me grab it. The Snowfall Accents Puff Paint, which when you put it on, it's like a liquid, and then when you heat it up, it becomes like a little puffy snowball. So that's what I've done on this card, but it does get smushed in the mail, unfortunately, so it won't look as poofy and fun when it arrives. So let's start putting this together, and then I can show you some extra ones. Has anyone used the Snowy Puff Paint? Accent paint? It is fun. It returned from last year, so I already had some, but it is available in the catalog in the mini, and it's lots of fun. So I've just got a piece of 1.5 inch by 5.5 inch piece of designer series paper with the Fa La La print from the Santa's Express designer series paper pack. And then I've got just a circle cut from the Stylish Shapes dies, these ones here, so that largest circle. And I've got a strip of Very Vanilla, I think they call it, no, this one, yeah, this one's the Very Vanilla of the Glimmer 12 by 12 paper. So it comes in Evening Evergreen, Gold, and then the Very Vanilla. So that's them there. Aren't these gorgeous? So it's kind of got like a holographic sort of look to it, that Very Vanilla one. But these are fun. So they come in the pack together and you get 2 sheets of each. So that's fun. So I'm not sure how big this is. Let me just have a quick, looks like it's about 3/8 of an inch by 4.5. I didn't write down any measurements. I literally decided like right before I went live what I was doing today, you guys. So life has been busy this week and I just can't get my act together. So I'm just going to layer this down sort of just overlapping the edge of the paper there. Actually, I'm going to move this over just a smidge, sort of more towards my original there. There we go. Okay, and then we'll use some dimensionals on the back of the circle. So has anyone started making holiday cards yet? I just had to do it this week, you guys. I got so many to make. It's insane. So I have to get busy, otherwise it's going to creep up real fast and I'm not going to have anything ready for anyone. And then we're just going to put this here just as a layer, and you can easily stamp that in the background. There is a fun little snowflake stamp set there. It is quite large and all 3 are all together, but you could stamp off and stuff like that onto a piece of paper and get the sort of the one that you like, or you could cut them apart if you wanted to. That is an option as well. I've done that with stamp sets before. And so we're going to layer on our little moose. Our little moose, he needs a name. I have to give him a name. He's just so adorable. As soon as I saw this set, I knew I wanted it. Yes, you do use heat with the puff paint, Rhonda. That's what makes it puff, is the heat element that you put on there. So you don't want to use a lot of it. You kind of want to put a light layer on because it is very liquidy. It's hard to demo it where I sit because my my heat gun doesn't actually reach this far out to where I film here. So, but if you're interested in it and sort of want a little demo before maybe you buy it, just send me a message and I can do a little video just on how to use it for you. And there's other ones out there. I'm sure if you YouTube snow paint or snowfall accent puff paint, Stampin' Up's website, they probably actually have a video already done. It's fun. And it takes a few minutes just to heat up and then it just starts to expand. It's so fun. Oops, I should probably put one more on his little two cat there. Let's use a mini one. There we go. And then because I put 900 dimensionals on the back here, let me just pull off the rest of them here real quick. So this is a fairly quick and easy card based on the fact that you've used the embossing folder to make your background. Makes it nice and quick and easy. And then you don't really have to put a whole lot of accents onto it. This was sort of created out of a bunch of scraps that were on my desk. And we'll layer him on there. And then I've got the sentiment. It's feeling a lot like Christmas from the stamp set. And I'm just going to trim down my sentiment. It's a little bit large for what I want. And so this is actually a card that, oh, maybe I didn't use it. No, I used a different one that I'm going to show you in a minute. I've been participating in a 30-day Christmas card making challenge that Martin Stone put out. He's a UK demo, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm getting 30 cards created out of the end of it. So you're seeing I'm a little bit behind. I have been creating on time with the challenge, which goes up every day. But I'm a little behind on posting them. So they've just started to post on my Facebook and my YouTube, or not my YouTube, sorry, my Instagram. And I've also been posting them on my blog. So of course, all that information is there that you can find it and check it out on whichever platform you use to track all your crafty ideas that you want to do as well. So yeah, you're going to see 30 cards that we'll create. And one of them I'm going to show you as a sample here today is one that I created for that challenge, and a sketch challenge that some team members of mine put out. So I've just cut from Snowman Magic stamp set, has a cute little snowflake die. And I've just cut them out of that very vanilla glimmer paper. And I'm just putting a little bit of Tombow on the back and then gluing them onto the background just to add a little bit more. I like how we've added the snow in there. That idea just came to me on the fly. I'll have to jazz up that one a bit. One more. Oh, I have it on. I'll put it on his antler. There! Is he not adorable? Do you not love this card? And our snowy background just, I think, completes it. So is that not the cutest? Okay, so we've done that one, and then I'll show you a couple other ones. So this is the one I'm talking about. Day 2, I think, of the challenge was, nope, I'm wrong. Day 6 of the challenge was something green. So I used the background. This is the Santa's Express paper again, and that Fa La 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 paper, and then the snowflake vellum, which has kind of got this flocked little polka dotted pattern all over it. And so this was a sketch challenge from another group that I'm in, and then a something green challenge from the Martin Mayhem's challenge. So is this not adorable? And I love the little raccoon too. So I've kind of kept it traditional colors for Christmas. And oops, I'm off screen again. You guys gotta tell me I'm not paying attention to the side here. There we go. I'll hold it there for a second just so you can see it. So is that not adorable? And I've Wink Estella his scarf and his hat and kind of just given him some fun little elements. And that's one of the greetings from the stamp set that I showed you at the beginning, the framed and festive one. So cute. I love it. And this one has been posted, I think, on my website somewhere. But this one is using that birch or aspen dyes, and then the wonderful snowflakes die cuts that carried over as well. And then just coloring him in some fun festive colors. And this is celebration paper that's just been blended with some Night of Navy to create sort of a nighttime scene, and just nice and fun. I just love the moose. He's so adorable. And then this fun one uses the snowflake vellum again, and that's the flocked little kind of polka dotted pattern, I call it. In behind here, you'll see I've used the star or the snowflakes that are in the set, and then basically just colored him in cherry cobbler and matched him up with this little friend here. And then that's just some seasonal sequins in, I think they're shaded spruce or garden green, I can't remember. And then out of the, what is it, stylish shapes here, I've cut this big banner. I cut it in half, and then I layered it in behind my scalloped circle there. So made it nice. How did I get the dots? Oh, on the Aspen card. I will tell you, Rhonda. So you know, because you are a demo, that lovely paper that we had in last celebration, I think it was silver and gold foil something or other it was called. That is just blended with some Night of Navy, sort of going in a circle around my piece of paper, leaving the middle sort of a little bit lighter, and then just layering that in behind the die cut. So it's using up that paper. I have a ton of it, so if you need some, let me know. You could also do this vellum in behind that die cut as well, and it would look like a snowy background as well. So either or, whichever element you have, but or any type of polka dotted paper, really. Even vellum, you can. There are a few stamp sets that have sort of the polka dots. You could stamp them, and then you could emboss them with pewter or silver, depending on which embossing powder you have, because stamping out to change them in the last few years. But you could also create your own with vellum. So always ways to create those backgrounds. So yeah, this card, I like it too. It's pretty darn cute. And then just in the grays to make it nice and subtle and sort of neutral and make those cherry cobblers pop. So any questions from anyone? Do you have a favorite today? Have you started creating your Christmas cards? Are you going to send out Christmas cards this year, or is it just too much work? I debate it every year. It's kind of one of those things that, oh, will I have the time? All right, so we gave you all kinds of ideas today. I don't know what I did. Oh, they're over here. I was going to say, I don't know what I did with the flourishing ones as well. So you've got all these ideas as well with this set, if that is one that interests you as well. Get my tea out of the way. So I've exploded ideas on you today. I hope you've got something from that to make for yourself. And I will also share some more ideas. So my plan with the set for Tuesday, because I always share some extras with you, will be to do some gift packaging ideas and stuff like that with this set. So stay tuned on Tuesday morning on my Facebook page for that, and you will see some extra ideas to get you going and get some packaging ideas for going. Christmas cards and hot chocolate with the penguin die. Oh, cute, Rhonda. You'll have to share those with us. Oh, that sounds adorable. I'm gonna make some of those with probably this little boost as well. I got to use up those caramel drop things that I got from Amazon. I have so much candy and stuff, and oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous down here. But that's okay. So yeah. So thanks everybody for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed what I had to share, and I hope you'll be back next Saturday. Also follow along my page because you're going to see all of the card making challenge cards going up throughout the week. Every day one will go up. I've scheduled them for 10 o'clock and 8 o'clock on Instagram. So depending on what time you're up, but of course they will stay there. So you will always be able to scroll through my page, Carrot Tops Creative Co., and see any of those ideas. And if you hop over to my blog, you'll see them as well. So lots of ideas coming at you because it is Christmas season and we need to get making stuff, don't we? Right? It's coming. It's coming. We can't avoid it. It's coming. So have a wonderful Saturday. I will be around if you need anything or have any questions. And I hope you have a wonderful day. All right. Thanks, everyone. Paper hugs. Bye-bye.